Beer O'Clock. The fireworks are at the ready because it's the Beer O'Clock show end of season special. My name's Mark, your friendly beer noob, and joining me from atop the United Essex Brewers float coming down a high street near you is my beer mentor, the best the bloke could ask for, Steve. Hello, Steve.
Hi, Mark. You alright?
I'm alright, thanks. How are you?
I'm good, thank you, mate.
Very good. Also joining us, ready to pounce out of our celebratory cake with tassels at the ready, is our old friend and number one fan, at Stas79, and g'day, Ent.
Good evening, gentlemen. This is going to be emotional.
Oh, yes, it is. We're hoping to have someone else join us, and hopefully they'll join us during the show. He's having technical problems at the moment, but if he does turn up, we'll introduce him then. This episode has been brought to you by that gentleman. He is the number 2 fan, Michael Doody, but he's not with us, and we are holding our heads down.
We are very upset
Doody.
about it.
Come on, mate. Right, this season...
It's down to him that we've got these beers, and he's not here to share the excitement with us.
No. Oh, this season has been one of highs and lows with a variety of beers. And to recap them, let me rattle them off for you just before we get on with the main review of what is, let me just say, the beer that's going to kill us all. The beers from Season 2, not including tonight's, were, and let's see how many we remember, Newcastle Brown Ale, Leffy Blonde, Tally Ho, Thornbridge J. Purr, our Craft Lager Special with Celia, and that Innocent Guinness one. Innocent Gun one. Landlord, Doombar, Duvel, Double Chocolate Stout, Leffy Brune, Spitfire, Trooper, Mashtag from Brewdog, Marston's Ashes Ale, the Adnam Special with, I've got Clump Sagan, is that right?
Yep,
and
Clump
Native
Sagan.
Britain, Bonner Beer American Red Ale, and last week's Golden Glory. Now, I'm going to announce what this beer is for this week, because we need to start chipping away in it, because it's a monster. And while we chip away in it, we can talk about anything that comes to mind with our previous week's beer. So, without further ado, beer number 20 of Season 2 of Beer O'Clock Show, and the final beer of the season is
Quite possibly the final beer ever.
Yeah. It's a Triple India Pale Ale from Magic Rock Brewing called the Unhuman Cannonball. This is
going to be real.
This is a 660ml bottle. We have one each, ladies and gentlemen, and it is a 12% ABV beer. Tell my mum I love her.
I think we're all with you on that one, mate.
Yeah.
Help here.
Yeah.
Right, shall we just... Look, let's tear the Band-Aid off. Let's get into it. I like how over the cap there's got a little sticker that's got like a finger with a star on the hand. It's really cute.
Yeah,
that's nice.
it's very nice.
Let's get this open with... Because it's not going to drink itself.
It's got a good
No.
top.
The top's very cute. I'm liking the style of this bottle already. It's kind of an engraved glass type label. It's lovely.
Oh, that's lovely.
Here we go. Oh, you can smell it straight from the bottle.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
Wow. Oh, there
Wow.
were waves of the aroma
Oh my
coming
word.
through there. It's just wave after
Oh,
wave
my
after
word.
wave. Mark, you haven't just dumped that into a glass, have you? You do know it's bottle conditioned.
Oh my
I don't have
word.
that big a glass. It's a 660
Oh, okay.
ml bottle. Come on.
That's all right then.
Oh,
You didn't look like you was pouring it with any care.
Oh, I was very careful with it.
oh my word.
That is a beautiful looking beer, though.
There's the first glass of the beaming
Oh, the
nectar.
smell of that. It smells a bit like the Jaipur.
It does, yeah. That's exactly what I was thinking. Very spicy on the nose.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm scared,
it's just like
boys. Boys, I'm scared.
it's like a hot bomb. Let's
It is a hot bomb.
right,
Hot
let's
bomb.
let's just be gone with all the frivolity normally, and let's just dig in.
All right.
Come on, let's do
Cheers,
it.
boys.
Cheers.
Good luck.
Oh, jeez.
Oh,
Wow.
oh, 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 that's hit me.
That's
Oh,
yeah. That's,
Oh, no wonder that's called the Unhuman Cannonball. Oh,
goodness gracious. Oh, God. Wow.
oh, that's to the head, to the heart, to the stomach, to the soul. It's everything.
That is a thing of absolute beauty.
Oh my word, this is unbelievable. This is so nice.
It's got a really dry finish to it.
Mm.
But
Spicy as hell as well.
spicy as hell, but not too bitter. It's that's a good beer.
Dry. Dry but smooth at the same time.
Oh, dude. I'm so tempted to try and scull it, but...
Oh.
That'd be fun just to watch.
I've already
feels
pressed
like-
record. I don't have to worry about ending
Yeah.
it.
It feels
Oh,
like it's
my mouth.
heating me up.
Yes,
Oh.
yeah. I agree with that, mate. It does feel like it warms as you drink it.
Almost
Yeah.
almost like having a rum.
My mouth is just... The entire inside of my mouth is just hopped.
It's like someone's pulled the pin on a hop grenade and thrown it into your mouth and then held your mouth closed while it's exploded. And then you've just got hops just exploding in your mouth.
Wow.
This is incredible.
Okay, so I'm going to be the first to say that this is the biggest beer I've ever drunk. So 12% is the highest I've ever gone
Yeah.
for a beer.
You know, it's
Obviously-
same for me as well.
Been up in that territory with wines before and spirits in the past, but for a beer, 12%, almost ridiculous.
Yeah, 10% is the highest I've gone before.
Oh yeah, you did that that limited edition one that you won.
Yeah, from Black Sheep. Yeah,
Yeah, that you almost snatched out of my hands.
yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's very nice, but this is another level.
Oh, bloody hell. I'm not sure I can go on.
How many sips have you had of it? How much have you had of your glass?
I've had maybe 100 ml.
Okay, so not too much then.
It's so hoppy.
It's,
Oh, even my stomach is feeling warm from this now.
it's just a beautiful colour as well. It's like, and I know there are some people out there that weren't able to get hold of this, and we were very lucky to get hold of a couple of bottles of this. So for those of you that haven't got any, I'm just going to describe to you what it looks like. It's just a beautiful light amber colour, but you can't see through it. It's got the thickness of a stout to it.
Yeah, it's very foggy.
Yes, and now this was obviously released a couple of months back, and the bottle says to do the hops justice, you're supposed to do it as quickly as possible. Now, and that's not in your terms, do it as quickly as possible, Mark, which is to neck it. It's to drink it as soon as it's been released to get the freshness out of the hops. But I'd certainly say they've not gone off because it's just it's
It's
hop-tastic.
incredible.
Ooh.
It's hopalicious.
Oh, delicious. Hopgasm.
I think it says on the bottle as well that this bottle enjoy fresh before I can't even speak already before September 2013 as well. So
Yeah, we've just got it in time.
yeah,
Oh, I'm
I'm feeling that already.
Can you do the back of the bottle this week, mate, or do you want me to take that
Oh
one?
no, I'll give it a go. Oh,
Go on then.
hang on. let me have a little bit more. Let me have a little bit more, boys.
Oh dear.
Oh, dear. No, I have to say I'm more giddy from the joy of having Staff with us again. This is always a pleasure.
I'm going to tweet your missus in a minute, mate, and come and get her to put you to bed.
I think she can hear me groaning from the front room. Right.
Oh, this
Once
is
a year, we receive the
unbelievable.
latest crop of hops. I go really Australian when I get really drunk. Once a year, we receive the latest crop of hops from the US, intensely aromatic and bursting with potential. They're begging to be put to work. With 3 times the quantity of hops of our explosive IPA Cannonball, and even more than our flagship double IPA Human Cannonball, we've created a fitting tribute to the new hop release with this, our annual homage to the hop. Unhuman Cannonball takes IPA to another dimension, balancing massive citric aroma, deep tropical fruit flavour, and gravity-defying drinkability to deliver a hop experience that is out of this world.
I would certainly agree with that.
Oh, fellas.
That is just fantastic. That is a beer, not so much to be quaffed, but it's a beer to be drunk slowly and savoured. I think, like you would a fine wine.
Yeah. Can I just say, I'm not a fan of this beer, simply because of its strength and hoppiness. And you know I'm not a huge fan of the really hoppy beers. But if this isn't a classy beer to end the season with, I don't know what is.
Yeah,
This
completely
is
agree.
quite possibly one of the best beers I've ever had.
Even down to the actual packaging, the bottle, the design of the label.
Yep.
Everything about it. Nice work, Magic Rock.
hmm It's like I think I mentioned, is it last week or the week before, about the bourbon barrel bearded lady that they've just released. It's in a very same size bottle, same label, but obviously not called Unhuman Cannonball. But that's more. It's the label looks like it's more embossed than this one, so it's like a black label with the bits cut out of it, and then the cap is actually it's sealed with wax as well, and that's again a really classy bottle, really nice packaging. It's nice when a brewery takes time with the packaging as well, I think.
Yep.
This is it looks a little bit like I tried on Salty Kiss. It looks quite similar in its its appearance, the colour.
Yeah, it's a little bit darker though, isn't it? Just because
It is a
I
bit
had one of
darker.
those with you at the weekend, didn't I, mate? And
Yeah.
that was another good Magic Rock beer. Actually, Salty Kiss, the hops are coming back with a vengeance. For a minute there, mate, when you said I just want to say something, I thought you was going to go, I love you. I just want you both to know that I love
you, mate. Steve, listen to me, mate. Listen to me, mate. I love you, mate. I love you, Ant. I've never met you, Ant, but I love you too, mate.
I just love the Beer O'Clock show.
Oh, okay. Well, listen, while we're chipping away at this, we're supposed to be having a review of season 2. We did this at the end of last season, so let's have another go. Ant, you've been with us since the beginning, mate, and we always appreciate your support. What have been your highlights of season 2, apart from my amazing accents?
Season 1 inspired me to kind of get into ales. Season 2, I've really started to develop. So that's how I see myself at the minute in terms of ales. And whereas the first time through, you could have given me any ale, I want to know what it is. But through your support and guidance, I now find myself in a position where I know what beers I like. So, based on that, I'm going to go with 3 ales from this season that I've really enjoyed.
Okay.
Number 1, Thornbridge Jaipur.
Oh, round of applause for that.
Yeah.
It's a great beer. That's a great beer.
Absolutely unreal. Loved it. Like, it was similar to the Unhuman Cannonball in its that hoppiness and that look. But I was sick. Number 2, Landlord.
Quality.
Really enjoyed that. Also had that on one of the Dragon and Flagon tours as well. So that was on draft. That was a great beer to have. And then just to support Mark, because as a fellow kind of ale Padawan, I've felt his pain at times. So just to support Mark, I'm going to go with the Golden Glory.
Oh, thank you, lad.
Oh
Even
dear.
though it was a bit sickly towards the end.
But above all everything else, the thing I've enjoyed the most is Mark's Scottish accent, because that is just absolutely unbelievable, beyond anything.
There's been a lot of love for Mark's Scottish accent, actually, because we've been asking people this week what their favourite part of the season has been, and time again people have come back and said it's been Mark's Scottish accent.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It
I
just
think
makes
it's going
me
to have to
chuckle.
become a regular feature for season 3.
I'm stood there doing the washing up, listening to the show or something, and there he is, Mark, talking in Scottish. Oh,
Now there's
what's
an
going
image.
on? There will be rubber gloves on.
Well,
Yeah,
if
please.
we'd only had Michael Doody on tonight, it would have been brilliant. Would have been two of us with genuine Scottish accents. But unfortunately, the lad couldn't make it. He's got technical issues because he hasn't wound his Scottish broadband up fast enough. It's all wind powered up there, isn't it?
Yeah.
In Scotland.
Oh, I really feel for him. He's just tweeted that he should have been on the show. So he's drinking his Unhuman Cannonball on his own,
Oh.
which I've got to say is a real shame, because this is a beer that you should be savouring with friends. I think this is not a beer for drinking on your own. I know that's not going to make Michael feel any better when he listens back to this, that we're all sat here giggling while we're enjoying our beer. But it's a real shame you couldn't come on, Michael.
Yeah, we're going to have him back in season 3. We'll have a special duty episode.
Yes,
Get his internet sorted out.
duty special.
It definitely is a beer that you want to drink with someone else, though. I mean, not
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
only because
for
it's
your
a
own
big bloody
safety
bottle.
as much as anything.
Yeah, you want someone to drive you to hospital.
Oh, that's lovely.
I
I'm
can't
going
get enough of
blind,
it.
boys. I can't see the screen anymore. So Steve, what's been your highlight of season 2?
I think it's been that we've branched out a little bit, and we've had others coming on the show with us. So I know we've had Ant on a few times now, and he's becoming almost like part of the Beer O'Clock furniture.
Yeah.
But we obviously we also had Nate on, which really started it all for us in terms of having some guests on, and we've tried to have a few others on, and for one reason or another, technical issues and that, they've not been able to come on, which is a shame.
Yeah.
But it's been nice to share our experiences with others. So I've really enjoyed those shows where we've had others on. It has been nice sharing the banter 3 ways.
Yeah.
Beer wise, for me, I couldn't really settle on a top. Well, I think I can settle on a top 3 actually. 2 of them I'm going to have to concur with Ant. The Thornbridge Jaipur and the Timothy Taylor's Landlords were exceptional beers this season. But I'm going to have to go with, and this might be a little controversial, but if there was a beer of the season for me, I've got to go with the Mash Tag, because I thought that was a stunning beer. I thought that was absolutely spot on, and it was just the whole concept of how they did it. They got people to vote for it on Twitter, and it actually came out tasting not too bad. So yeah, for me that would be this season's standout beer. Would be the Mash Tag by Brewdog.
Yeah, that was a really good beer. Yeah, I quite like the fact that we had this little mini theme running through the entire season, which was the European beers. So we had the 2 Leffies, the blonde and the brown. We had the Duvel, which we did with Nate. And then we had that very special Bonabera American Red Ale from Menorca that you brought back, which was a very nice beer. I quite like that. We're going to be doing something similar in season 3. More on that when we actually get to season 3. But as far as actual beers, I really like the J. Purr. Doom Bar is a favourite of mine. Trooper, I thought was quite nice.
Oh, that was a good episode as well. Enjoyed recording that one and talking about the music.
Yeah.
As well.
The Trooper is much nicer from the bottle than from a plastic bottle costing £4.50 at Download Festival. It's much nicer when it's cheaper.
Yep.
Yeah, we
It's
had
now appearing in a lot of Weatherspoons as well.
Yeah.
I saw it in at least 2 Weatherspoon pubs last week.
Wow.
Oh, excellent, excellent. I've not had that one yet. I'm really looking forward to
Oh,
trying it.
and you'll like it, mate. You should give it a go.
Pardon me.
We've had a lot of nice beers this season. We've been quite lucky. And topping it off with the Unhuman Cannonball, and my eyes are crossing a little bit.
I quite liked, obviously I like the fact that you had the Trooper, but then also there was the one with just to clarify from the other show, it's called Lewis, not Lose.
Okay.
Yeah, I know.
Thank you.
Yeah, well, my other half to be is from there, so I can clarify that as a.
I got it right. I got it right, Ant. I got it right.
But it was the band there. They were there this weekend. There was a festival.
Mumford and Sons.
Mumford and Sons. Yes, they brought that out there all around. I thought, oh yeah, I want to try that troupe. So it must be something that's coming about a bit more.
Yeah, I think so. And I think we mentioned before, Elbow have done it. As Elbow previously did it with a beer as well. So there's a few out there that do it.
My room's moving.
Oh, I tell you what, this is. Oh, hit
I've got
with
the
a
beer
hammer.
sweat.
My desk is
I'm sweating
moving.
as well. Ooh.
Guys,
I've got the hop sweats now. The hops are
my
trying to come out
knees.
already.
I'm rolling.
My knees are getting hot.
They're coming through my pores.
Oh, okay. Let's break this beer down a little bit. Let's get beyond the hoppiness, if we can.
Yep.
Because that's kind of a huge, heavy curtain for me at the moment. I can't really get past the hoppiness. The back of the bottle says something about the citrus flavors. Steve, can you taste anything beyond the hops, mate? Because you're a bit more accustomed to the hops than I am. Tropical fruit flavor, it says.
I'm getting a bit of a smokiness to it now, as well as the hops and the citrusy fruits. God, that last mouthful was really dry.
It's unbelievable. It feels like it's rotting my brain with every sip.
But it's worth drinking. Worth
Yeah.
trying.
Not that you'll be able to get hold of a bottle of it anywhere, but
Oh.
look out for it next year when it's released.
Oh.
Jesus Christ.
It's quite. I can't believe I can't even talk.
I'm getting a really smoky aroma off of it
dear.
now. There's something that... Oh, it's almost like burnt rubber.
It's the nose when it goes down. It smells so nice. Them hops coming off the smell as you put your nose in your glass. Oh, it's so nice.
Yeah. It's still, they're still active even after it's been sitting in my glass for a little bit. Wow.
It smells that nice. It could be a beer shave.
If you love really hoppy IPAs like the Colonel ones or whatever, you will absolutely adore this one.
Oh, this is like a Kernel IPA amplified.
Mm.
And then died and was then brought back to life by some sort of electricity that was run on hops. So it had pure hops running through its blood.
But like that Colonel one that I had the other day, you could tell it was really, really overly hopped to the point where it's stupid.
Yeah.
This, you can tell it's really overly hopped, but doesn't have that kind of, I don't know. It's trying not to get in the way of everything else. They just put all the hops in because they want to celebrate the hops. Do you get what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. What does triple India Pale Ale mean? What's a triple IPA?
Just triple hopped, I suppose. Triple strength.
I think it's triple strength.
It's not, is it?
We're all just kind of staring dumbly into the distance.
Looking at the bottle, trying to trying to guess what it is. Well, it's 3 times. It's had 3 times the amount of hops put into it that would go into a normal IPA. So it's been ridiculous. God, I'm leaking hops now.
It's unbelievable. I don't even know what day of the week it is.
I was about to say it was Tuesday, but it's not. It's Monday.
It's not, but when you're listening to it, it'll be Friday.
Yeah.
And there comes the head fuck again. That we don't actually know what day of the week it is when we record or listen to it.
I'm not editing this. This is going up as is. Fuck it.
It's going to need an 18 rating at this rate.
Oh my word! This is practically a beergasm. Unbelievable.
Oh, dearie me. Well, I've almost finished mine.
Oh, I've got a long way to go.
Oh.
Keeping with the season. That's how much I've got left.
That's it? That's all you've got left?
Yeah.
No way. He's got about 2 fingers of a pint left.
4 fingers.
I've got a whole third still to go.
Woo!
Plus I've still got some in the bottom of the bottle that needs
I don't
doing.
think I've got no, I've just got enough that would have all the, all the shit.
Yeah. So you've left that in the bottom. Oh, and it's on the floor.
Woo! Yeah, that was something else. Oh, I'm just gonna have a bit of a nap. You guys continue on.
Okay. Oh, I tell you what, it can't. Do you want me to update you on went to a couple of pubs with Steve the other day?
Tell us about your weekend, mate.
Do you want me to tell you about one of these pubs?
Yes,
it was
please.
very good. So it was. I've just recently had my stag weekend, which was entertaining. But one of the first pubs we went in is a particular pub in Brighton called the Evening Star, and it's one of the original Dark Start brewery pubs. So it's a really nice place, and I've got a book here, Brighton's best pubs, and it comes out of the top 5 pubs, and it rates 93% for its beer, which on average, looking through the book, most places average about 40, so you kind of get a feel for what it's like. It says, attracts camera types, recently refurbished, Brunzo beers, and serves up a vast range of weird real ale. Steve, do you go along with that?
I'd go along with it as far as to the point. Well, actually, there's a couple of things I want to pick up. Interesting that it makes the top 5, as I reckon there's probably only about 3 decent pubs in Brighton anyway.
Yeah, that sounds right.
So it's done well there. But the interesting comment about it serves weird beer types, I think probably what they're getting at is it's got a good range of the craft beers that a lot of us would recognise as being craft beers, rather than your standard normal brewery type beers. I mean, I was actually astounded by the range of beers in there. They must have had about probably somewhere between 8 to 12 different taps on, and a range of casks and kegs on those taps, but then also a fairly extensive range of bottled craft beers as well. So it's probably about as close as you'd get to somewhere like the Rake in London, or the Euston Tap in London, that have got that sort of style of setup in there. So I don't think they're weird beers. I just think they're craft beers.
Yeah, no, I've gone on with it, but it's one of those places. It's a fantastic place. I just like the fact that it's kind of a bit out of the way. You don't really know it's there, and it just is what it is, but with proper ales on. So yeah, there's not enough of that down in Brighton.
Yeah, there was one pub that we went into later on in the evening, by which point I'd surprised you could even remember what your name was, if I'm honest with you. Was it I don't know. It was the one where you had to disappear because you desperately needed some food.
The Wick.
Yes. It was interesting because it was advertising itself outside as a craft beer pub. It probably had 4 craft beers on tap, and then 2 bottles in the fridge, and then a load of real ales, which was okay. But their craft beers on tap were Brewdog and Meantime, which I found really interesting because obviously they're not what you would consider your typical Brighton beers, because Brewdog's obviously Scotland and Meantime's from London. So I had a pint off of one of their pumps in there, and it was fucking awful. I sent it back. I refused to drink it because it just tasted like someone had smoked a fag into my pint and left it there. It was just horrible. So, but anyway, back to the Evening Star pub. Great pub. Really decent range of beers, and we certainly enjoyed the that Salty Kiss from Magic Rock in there.
Yeah, that was great. That was really good.
Yeah, I actually looked that up over the weekend because I wanted to know what a Salty Kiss was. I was horrified by the first description that came up on Google from Urban Dictionary. Not going to go into it here, but if you want to find out, type in Salty Kiss into Google and have a look and see what it is. But then when I eventually got to the beer description, it was it's a gooseberry goes or goz, which is a German style of beer, and it's actually a sour wheat beer, which I didn't realise it was a wheat beer at the time. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't have gone for it. But and it did have a salty edge to it, which apparently is kind of traditional in that recipe because they tend to use water from like salt water rather than fresh water. But it was an absolutely stunning pint. It was just so refreshing and so sweet, but had that salty edge to it at the same time. And that if we had done the whole what beers have you drunk this week, that was actually going to be my pick of the week this week, was that Salty Kiss, because I thought that was a real standout beer this week.
Yeah, I'd go along with that. That was absolutely top draw.
Yeah.
Talking of beers we've had this week, I had one this week.
Just the one.
Well, no, actually, I tell a lie. I had 2. One was the Shialion from Harveston Brewery that you've spoken about quite a few times, Steve.
Yeah, I had that this week as well.
That was really nice. Really nice. And I also had the Camden Pale Ale from Camden Town Brewery.
Oh, okay.
Which is very nice as well. I think you'd
Any
like
good?
that. Yeah.
I think I might have had a variation of that this week because I went to the Transport Museum a couple of weeks ago. Bear with me here. And in the gift shop, they had a range of limited edition ales that Camden Town have produced for them to commemorate the 150th anniversary of the Metropolitan line or something like that. And I had a Portland Pale Ale by the Camden Town Brewery, and I imagine it's probably just the same beer but in a different package type thing. And I was quite impressed with that, actually. Very nice. And again, to just echo what you said about the Shialion, I had that on keg in a Wetherspoons, and it was absolutely lovely. And that's what we'll be launching season 3 with in September. We'll be doing Shialion in the first episode. Mark looks surprised, but he does know this.
Is Mark all right?
Yeah. Oh,
I think Mark's been Unhuman Cannonballed.
I'm going to finish this off. Cheers.
He's gonna skull it now. Look.
I was thinking, I'm trying to do the math. Say if the average beer that I have is a 4.5%, and this is a 12%.
Yeah.
So we're looking at almost three beers in one.
Yes.
Chuck that's a 660ml bottle. You're looking at basically almost 2 pints. Maybe
660ml, about a pint and a half.
Pint and a half. So I've technically had about 5 pints in 40 minutes.
Brilliant.
You're welcome.
Done.
Cheers,
well
ladies
done.
and gentlemen.
Cheers.
And that's why we're at the forefront of the craft beer revolution, folks.
Very nice. It's a very nice beverage, ladies and gentlemen. It's well crafted, and I think you'd be well done by getting yourself a bottle of this. It's the hoppiness in it, the character that flows through the glass and through the bottle is It's a testament to the Magic Rock Brewing Company, and I think it's a testament to craft ale everywhere that a beer like this can be produced in Great Britain at this time of this century. and I think you'd be well paid to go and get yourself a bottle if you can find one. Thank you very much. See, I can be lucid when I want to be.
That's the best review you've done all season. Where did that come from?
Inspired by this amazing beer that I'm about to finish, much faster than I should.
Oh.
I don't think I've ever... I wasn't even this tipsy after that Innocent Gun one that I necked in 15 minutes from last year.
I can't stop sweating. Oh, look, I'm having a turn.
Oh, boys. Shall we wrap it up? Or have you still going?
I've still got some to go. But we can... Let me talk about a few other things. Just a few other things I've drunk this week, which I want to point out as being some decent beers. Wild River by Fuller's. You should be able to get that in any Fuller's pub. Hoppy, not quite as hoppy as this one, but a fairly decent pint. Diablo by Summer Wine. That's a nice pint as well. If anybody's in the Holborn Whippet selling Diablo at the moment. I did a lager this week as well.
I'm playing
swaying like a drunken sailor at the moment, folks, with his pint glass in the air. I'm just waiting for him to break into a sea shanty at any point.
Done.
And you will be, mate.
606. I've got to work tomorrow. I'm doing interviews tomorrow.
You're going to reek of
and
booze.
You get a job, and you get a job, and you get a job.
And I love you. I think you were the best.
I know I've just met you, mate. I know I don't really know you. I don't even know your name, but I love you.
Make him drink a bottle of Unhuman Cannonball and see how they fare.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the interview task.
Yeah.
Everybody likes to do a task in the interviews these days.
Past the technical portion of the interview, but now, plunk.
Do that.
15 minutes, go.
See, we could be like man versus beer,
Yeah,
couldn't it?
that would be an amazing
concept.
TV show. Sell that to Channel 4, let's go.
Man visits craft beer pub, drinks the quickest, the most highest ABV drink in 2 minutes. Man versus beer. God,
I'm blind. I can't... Anyway, Steve, sorry I interrupted you. Keep going.
I was just saying I drank a lager this week.
Okay.
I was in a Nicholson's pub. Craft lager, Outlier by Chevalier. Really tasty lager. If anybody's in Nicholson's, have a look. I'm not sure if it's exclusive to Nicholson's or not, but have a look and see if you can find that and give that a go. And that was it, really.
Cool. What have you had lately that's special, Ant? Because we haven't spoken to you in a few weeks.
Well, I'm just going to go with a couple that I've been able to untap over the weekend. A couple from Thursday night and then a couple from Friday during the day rather than in the evening. I've just had the Salty Kiss I've just mentioned from the Magic Rock Brewing, whoever they are. Can't speak. I tried a Juggler from the Magic Rock as well, which is very nice. I also had the Summer Ale that Adnams have got on, the Fat Sprat. Really enjoyed that. That was a really nice ale. Also had a local one in the Evening Star, a South Downs Ale from this Beachy Head Brewery. Had that, enjoyed it, very nice. But I think overall the one that's really stuck out for me was a Salty Kiss. I mean, that was absolutely really good beer.
Who was that from again?
Magic Rock.
That's Magic Rock. Our new favourite brewery.
Yeah, it's a bit of a Magic Rock loving this week, isn't it? We're here drinking their Unhuman Cannonball, going on about how great a salty kiss is, just remember to Google salty kiss and then think about what I've just said. I bet you're both doing it now, aren't you? Salty kiss. I'm not sure what Magic Rock had in mind when they called it that, to be honest. Maybe it was, who knows?
I'll tell you what, a beer has never hit me as hard as this one. It's really hit me.
Yeah, my fingers feel hoppy.
I feel like I've been out on a session.
My hands are warm.
Yeah. I feel like I've had about 4 pints for this.
My extremities are tingling. My eyebrows are numb. Oh God!
Oh dear.
Oh, I feel like I'm 16 again and sat in my bedroom after drinking copious amounts of cider, just giggling about nothing.
Oh dear! Oh, I have to get my wife to put me to bed. I think we need to wrap this up.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you want to talk a little bit about season 3 before?
Yeah.
And what we've got coming over the summer as well. So we've got 2 more things to talk about, haven't we? Really?
Yeah. So we've got a little summer special coming up following the Great British Beer Festival that Steve and I are both attending on separate days. And we'll be doing a little special the week after. So stay tuned for that. We'll be talking about all the different beers we find, and because we're going separately, we should hopefully find some different things than each other.
Yep. Yeah. Steph's coming as well.
Is he going on your day or my day?
He's in on the Friday with me.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm in on Friday. Looking forward to that.
Right. Yeah, that's going to be really good. I'm going with number something fan Andy, our mate Andy. That we've mentioned.
He's just known as #OurMateAndy, isn't he?
So I'm going with him on the Saturday, so that should be good fun. And also in season 3, it's going to be very American-y. There's going to be a lot of American beers. So if you're interested in, because we've spoken about this before, but the craft beer movement in America has exploded. There's loads of different breweries over there now loads of little breweries doing lots of really great beers. And I'm looking forward. We've got a few lined up. Shall I rattle off some of the names?
You can go through some of the names, mate. Yeah, they were kindly supplied to us by Owls by Mao.
Yeah.
Who you can follow on Twitter @OwlsByMao.
Yeah, great bunch of guys. So we've got the Fire Rock Pale Ale from Kona Brewing Company. We've got the Rogue something or other from Mocha Porter.
Mocha Porter.
It is a Mocha Porter.
Yeah, that's the one that's
Rogue.
apparently going to finally fulfill your quest for a beer that tastes like a good mocha.
Oh, cool. The Red Rocket Ale from Bear Republic. And what's one of these other ones? Whoops. And this is the Snake Dog IPA from Flying Dog. So, that label is amazing. So I'm really looking forward to these beers.
Yeah, and there's a few others as well that we're doing.
Yeah, a few others. Oh,
Yep.
A few more. Let's have a look. 1906 Red Vintage from La Colorado.
No, that's not American, mate.
Oh, is it not? Okay.
No, that's one that I bought you back from Menorca.
Fair enough. And Bigfoot Ale, a barley wine style from Sierra Nevada. Excellent.
Yep.
I love Sierra Nevada beers.
And there's the Odell 5-barrel Pale Ale.
Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to having that.
Yep, that'll
That's
be a
gonna
good
be
one.
A special one
as well. And also we're doing the Anchor Steam Lager as well,
That's
the
right.
steam beer.
You can get those in Whole Foods.
Yeah. I might have a little chat with the guys at Owls by Mao over the summer and see if they'll put us together a Beer O'Clock Show box.
That'd be amazing. Yeah. That they can sell on the website.
Yeah, keep your eyes peeled for that, guys. We'll have a chat with them and we'll see if they'll be willing to do something for our loyal fans.
Mm-hmm. And we got special innocent gun beers that are coming along. We've got loads of different beers that are planned up. Season 3 is going to be massive, absolutely massive.
Staff's going to be back.
Staff is going to be back. We're going to get
Yes,
Judy on.
I will be back and more educated than ever.
And on September 14th, we've got the Beer O'Clock Show live event with Vic Norman from Dragon and Flagon Pub Tours, in London. You can we'll tweet the link. I can't remember the name of the website.
beeroclockshow.live.eventbrite.co.uk.
There you go, the man himself knows.
Yes. Only a few places left on that.
There's a
so
few places
make
left.
sure you book now.
Yep, come along. You'll meet Steve and I. We'll have a banter. It'll be great to meet everyone. We'll do a few recordings. You don't have to be recorded if you don't want to. But it'll be great to get everyone's views on the pubs, on the tour, and on the beers we're going to taste, because there's always different beers on tap at the different pubs that we go to.
Yep.
Right.
Season 3, just to mention as well, those beers. Hopefully we're going to put them up on the website over the summer as well, because I know a few people out there like to. If you go back to when we started this, the idea was we'd get a beer, and people could get the same beer, and then they'd drink it at the same time as listening to us drinking it, and they'd see what they thought about it. So what we're going to do, we'll put the beer list up on the website after the summer special, and then you can see what beers we're going to drink and what weeks we're hoping to drink them. And then hopefully if we can do something with ours by mail as well, you'll be able to get yourself a box of the beers that we're going to be drinking on the show.
Exactly.
Obviously not going to give them away, but hopefully we'll be able to do a deal with them whereby they'll do a decent price for our listeners.
Yeah. And there will hopefully be changes to the website. There's going to be a whole lot of things coming in. Home brewing special, loads of things. So if you're a home brewer, if you're a small brewing company, or even if you're a pub that wants to get promoted on the show, drop us a line. You can tweet us at Beer O'Clock Show. You can email us beeroclockshow@gmail.com, or hit the website beeroclockshow.co.uk. Let's wrap this up because I'm barely able to talk. My name is Mark. And thanks very much, as usual, for joining us, mate. We're going to have you on a load more in Season 3, because it's great having you as part of the show.
And we love you.
We love you, mate.
I love you more. I love you more. But thank you very much for having me on.
Cool.
It's been awesome. This Unhuman Cannonball has just seen me right off.
Unhuman Cannibal, Magic Rock, what have you done to me?
Yeah.
I've not been
beer.
like this since that treacle porter Innocent Gun that I scolded in 10 minutes last year.
In case anyone's interested, normally we do ratings. I'd give this 5 stars. It's just because it's an epic beer.
I would give it 4 because I don't like the very hoppy ones, but otherwise it's perfect.
Yeah.
I mean, I found it very drinkable. I drank 660ml of it. I can't complain.
I would. Is there any chance I can get an interview tomorrow? Because I'd love to see the state that you're going to be in tomorrow morning.
I'll be fine. I'll have a glass of water before I go to bed. I'll be perfect. Don't forget, I am Australian. It is in my genes.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm just also a bit of a Kiwi, and they tend to be a bit susceptible to this kind of thing. Never mind. Steve, thanks again for Season 2, brother.
Mark, it's been an absolute pleasure.
Every week, I love you, mate.
There's going to be a hole in my weekly schedules until we come back for the summer special in August, and then again until we come back in September. And when we come back in September, of course, there'll be just a little part of me missing as well.
Will. The little bit that hates beer.
Yes, I'm off for some surgery over the summer to have my gallbladder removed, which has been causing me some problems with my beer consumption. But when we come back in September, I'm looking forward to Season 3. I think we've got a good season of beers planned. I think it's going to be fun. I think.
Yeah, I think I speak for everyone when we say that. Hope the surgery goes well, mate.
Thank you very much.
Got my serious hat on now.
Good luck.
Yes.
Good luck.
Thanks, mate. Thanks, Steph.
We'll rejoin you not only on the summer special but also in Season 3 when we have the trip all the way to Christmas of beer.
Yes,
along
indeed.
Golden Road of beer.
Yes, and keep an eye out for the beer list that will be going up.
Yeah, there will be a beer list. Yes, lots of things coming. That's it. Let's wrap it up.
Okay.
I'm buggered. Right. Good night, everyone. Cheerio.
Good night.
Cheers, guys. Cheers.
Bye.
Bye.